Cool. We are live. Bet. Let's get it. Awesome. We are live. Let's get it. I appreciate every single one of you for being here, family. I'm excited for this stream. We got some exciting news for you guys. Exciting news. Some new projects, some new crypto coins that we just heard of that me and Pat were just talking about. This week's going to be full of abundance. We got some great drops for you guys, especially some cheap ones that you could probably get in that are a ton. And we'll go over that today at some point. I'm not exactly sure what type of news Pat got, but I know he's always got some great things for the show. If you guys have any questions or you guys are confused about anything we go over, just hit us in the chat box or just DM us either in the Telegram chats or Instagram. And of course, make sure you follow our YouTube, subscribe, like, comment, just to boost the algorithm. We're about 233. Next month we are going to have another giveaway, and we'll let you guys know the start of that in October. And like I said, if you guys like what you hear today, or you guys hear some new projects, some new crypto coins, of course, write those things down and look up and do your due diligence and do your own research, because at the end of the day, we're not financial advisors. We're just giving you guys our opinion and our ideas that we believe that are good investments for us. Yes, we've made money on cryptos, NFTs and such, but again, everything is not financial advice. So please, whatever you hear today or any time that you're on this show, please do your due diligence and research and look up these things. And if it's something that you do like, don't hesitate, invest. I always tell people, if you're working a job or have some type of other income coming in, take 10-15% of it, start putting it to the side, or maybe start putting it into the crypto. Because at the end of the day, guys, keeping your money in the bank isn't really doing too much. It's kind of just sitting there, and money's supposed to be in flow in order for more to come into flow. So you have to have your money in flow. And that's why right now is the perfect time to start looking into investing into cryptocurrency or NFTs and such, just because of the time that we're in. Yes, the market came down a little bit. Yes, NFTs aren't popping as much as they first did when we first came in, but there are some projects that are really popping. So you just got to be aware of, what's going on, and, tune out the FUD, the fear, uncertainty, and doubt. You're going to see a lot of news these upcoming weeks, these upcoming months about, cryptocurrency and them putting rules and regulations on cryptocurrency. It's all part of the game, right? And what that's doing is, I like to look at the good side of things. It's bringing more attraction. It's bringing more attention to the crypto market. And I think that's where we're at right now in this market, is, allowing us to, exceed, because, these big different countries and companies and institutions, they're investing into cryptocurrency. And I think that's what's really gonna put us ahead right now while market is down. And you observe the fundamentals behind everything, the big players, the big institutions, the countries that are coming into play with cryptocurrency, the different regulation rules. They're making rules because obviously it's going to be a thing, just like our gold standard, just like the regular fiat currency system. There was, rules, there's regulations on money, right? Just like cryptocurrencies, right? So everything is moving towards the digital age right now. We're age of Aquarius, so age of technology. So technology is always enhancing. That's why we gotta be ahead before it actually becomes a trend, and that's how successful people become successful. So without further ado, guys, I'm gonna pass this over to Pat, someone that I truly just love and respect. He's a mentor. He's a business partner. Yes, he's my cousin, but we're always talking about crypto. I swear we probably talk about 5 times a day, just about a different coin or a different project, or just statistics, fundamentals, all this different stuff. And honestly, I'd say crypto is basically my life now. And he's guided me through the process of understanding how cryptocurrency works. And then, like I said, I'm the technical guy. He's the fundamental guy. We come together and we just explode this thing. So without further ado, guys, I'm going to pass this over to Pat. He's going to go into a little bit of something, and then we're going to get straight to the market. We're going to go over some projects, news, etc. Just stay tuned, comment, like, subscribe, and let us know your thoughts. Let's get it.
What's up, everyone? Thanks. Thought I had Joan. See, he thinks I'm teaching him all this stuff, but bringing him in, I'm learning some of the technical stuff, and then just like I observe how he goes in and researches his products and the tokens and the different assets and NFTs that he goes after, and he's showing me how he does his, and then I show mine. And that's kind of the best way to work with this, because then like me and him can sit here and collaborate and be like, all right, well, look, skip this whole step. You know what I mean? You check out this page, I'll check out this one. And like me and him kind of have this down to a system now for finding these projects. And that's the beauty of it. Like I said, I've been in this a little bit longer, but when it comes to like the NFTs and all, it's kind of fair game. This thing's pretty new. So me and him are like back, like he said, we're back and forth, just sharing with each other. Like any of you that are doing this, you should be doing this with somebody. Like it helps. There's way too much info out there to bring in one day. I mean, we just even the two of us, we can't even. We're still just scraping the surface, especially as early as it is. These projects are gonna really start rolling out. And now, like I said, me and him are like, we spend a lot of time on this, and we think we have a pretty good system on this. At least with finding the release dates and how to get in these pre-sales and how to get these and when to flip them and which ones we need to hold. Steadily learning. But now, like I said, I'm educating him a little. He's educating me a little. It works both ways. It's a team effort with this, and like we said, that's why we're building this big team up. We need all of you to help in with this. So do not be shy to reach out to us with any projects or anything or any questions you have. And like I said, once we get comfortable, we'll be coming right back at you with the same thing. But all right, real quick on the market, let's see. We are sitting at 1.9. So we're up about 100 billion since Friday. The market has come up a little bit. Ethereum's been sitting right at 3,000. So that's up about 100, 200. Bitcoin's sitting at 43. So that's, everything's sitting pretty good right now. Cardano's up a little bit. Nothing major considering that they just had the big summit. I will go over some stuff with that. That's what I based a lot of my news around, was pretty much that summit. I don't know if any of you tried to get in and check it out. I had a lot of troubles. Like every time I've requested the link, I was doing it early. Like the summit was supposed to start 10 a.m. Eastern time. I was putting in for my request. I was showing Jonah. I just got my request my link at 10 p.m. last night when it was already over with. So I don't know if they were having technical difficulties or what, or if it was just me, but I've definitely been following enough people that were actually like speakers and all that. So I have some info for you on that. There's some partnerships. There's some upcoming tokens, NFT drops that will be all coming out on Cardano. So that's one thing that today I'll talk about a little bit more. But like I said, the market's sitting all right. I know we were waiting on some news from overseas dealing with that like financial crisis issue. That seemed to kind of like blow over. I don't think a lot of that, like you said, we had the China issue where they're banning it. Then we had that payment issue overseas. This stuff isn't going to stop this. It might bring down for a little correction, but this isn't going to stop this. Like I said, I don't think we have that much longer, and this thing is going to take off. And when it does, you better hope your hands are full, because you're not going to really have a lot of time to accumulate until the next correction. And this one, I don't think will be like the last one. It's not going to be a quick peak. This thing is going to climb fast, very fast. And hopefully, like I said, Cardano is so new, this one could pump a lot. And if you've been with us, you should have a stack of Cardano. Like you said, we're not financial advisors. We just let you know where we put our money. We do give a little advice on crypto and these NFTs, but that's a whole nother ballgame. All right, so like I said, I will go over mainly on the Cardano. I got a couple pieces of news. I want to show you a couple NFTs we picked up. But what I'll do is let me go back to Jonah real quick to give you at least the technical end. He'll go over, I guess, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Maybe we'll touch base with some Cardano just because of the summit. And then we'll go right into the news. And like I said, I can fill you in on a couple projects. But today shouldn't be too long. We'll knock it out in like 30, 40 minutes tops. All right, back to you, Jonah.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Pat, for that. Like you said, we're just going to get straight to the market real quick. First things first, like he said, the market isn't a consolidated movement right now. We're moving sideways. Still sitting at about $1.92 trillion. We were, I think, last time 1.85 trillion. So it's climbed a little bit, maybe almost about 50 billion to 100 billion the last couple of days. So I'm not, like I said, it's probably going to consolidate just because it needs to rest, and then I feel like it's going to start pumping from here. Bitcoin at 42.8, Ethereum at right around 3,000, Cardano 217. So I mean, nothing crazy. We're in the res a little bit today. Nothing crazy. And it's the start of the week. It's the start of the week, so we'll pay attention and see how the week starts and ends. But just looking at a weekly time frame, I really wanted to go over this because a lot of people really think that we're going to just continue to see that downwards movement just because, yes, it kind of does look like a bearish structure in a sense. But I always tell people, when in doubt, zoom out. So if you go to higher time frames, we didn't see anything crazy, right? We haven't seen anything crazy. Yes, we went from 63 all the way down to 20, 29, 30 level. But I don't specifically see it a bad thing. I mean, a lot of people were calling this down here at 20,000, but I personally don't see this happening. I don't see it coming down here anytime soon. I think we're going to still continue up. If you guys know, if you're familiar with candle confirmations, this is basically a continuation candle. Yes, we have a big wick, but we have 3 more days of the month, and if we end up, above maybe like 44, 45, I would consider this a continuation candle because it's like in between. And anytime it looks like this kind of candle right here, that's a continuation candle in my opinion. I mean, you have wicks to both sides, and and from what I understand, wicks to both sides, it's kind of it's basically consolidating, right? So for this month, we just had a bunch of consolidation. The last 2 months, July and August, we had bullish, right? So of course we needed some type of correction. And then if we go down to a smaller time frame, like a weekly time frame, all it did was it just started giving us that big bullish movement all the way from $29,000-$30,000 level all the way back up to it was about 53, 54,000, right? And then of course, we had no type of retest, I like to call it, or retracement back down to the $40,000 level, which is a very key level. It came down to 40,000 flat and then rejected straight back up. So I think, like I said, these next couple of days we can probably expect it to play between 45 and 40 for the next couple, maybe next week or two, and then we should start seeing some nice bullish movements. Another key level to look out for would be 53,000 and then $58,000, $59,000 level. If we get back up to the $59,000 level, expect maybe like a little consolidated zone again, and then I think we're going to start breaking that 63, 64K level, and then we're off to the races. But that's really all I have. What I can do real quick is I can go ahead into my news and then pass it back to Pat. Don't have too much news today. It's kind of going to be going over some things due to the China ban. I'm sure you guys seen it in the news, that China banned cryptocurrency over there. It's not a surprise. They've done it multiple times, so this isn't the first time that they've ever done this before. So it doesn't surprise me. And it's I like to call it FUD. It's fear, uncertainty, and doubt. But what this is gonna do, and I'll kind of wrap this around the opportunity for other people, is that China banning it is opening a lot of opportunity for a lot of different countries, right? So them banning it is not going to stop other countries. It might, Maybe if they have some type of trade deal or whatever it is, they might not do it. But El Salvador, you got to remember, is the first legal tender in the whole entire world. So not only is El Salvador opening doors for other countries, but now that China is banning it, that's going to open a lot more opportunity for different miners to come into different countries and start mining these cryptos, right? So the first one, I'm going to go into it. It has to do with, if I'm not mistaken, the U.S. Law. I think it's U.S. lawmakers. Yep, U.S. lawmakers see China's authoritarian crackdown on crypto as a big opportunity, right? And basically, all this article was explaining is that with all the China crackdown, all the China FUD on cryptocurrency, including Bitcoin, these lawmakers in the U.S. are seeing this as an opportunity for America to lead upon crypto. And I think this is what's going to kind of separate us from different countries, is getting us in position now, especially because it's still early. It's still early. Yes, Bitcoin's been around for a little bit, but it's still so early, right? We're still so all early to this opportunity. We're so early to NFTs. We're so early to cryptos that eventually you guys will thank us that we told you guys about these coins and you guys invested in them, or you invested in some NFTs, and Pat actually has an article for you guys, or is going to show you guys something, how maybe holding these things is a good opportunity, cryptos and NFTs, and you guys will see the gains that Pat's going to show you guys. But we're early. Like I said, this is going to give us an opportunity. Yes, China banned it. I'm sure other countries have banned it or not allowing it at this time. But eventually, when 3/4 of the world go crypto or go NFTs or go some type of digital currency, other people are gonna follow, right? They're gonna talk about you. They're gonna ban. They're gonna make restrictions, and then eventually, when they see everyone else doing it, they join you. When they know they can't win, they join you. Right? Just remember I said that. Just remember when people are talking bad about crypto, when people are talking bad, and this could be going for people that people that are in, stocks and like, crypto's alright. You know what I mean? Like, I just had a guy tell me, yeah, stock options is way better. I said, okay, you'll see. But with that understanding, another person talking about the China ban, he's a billionaire. His name is Mike Navagratz. He says Bitcoin market is in good shape. China has less and less influence over crypto. So honestly, I already knew this. I mean, even when Bitcoin took its first fall, there was no big time bans or anything like that. I would honestly say, what's his name? Who's the guy that talked about Bitcoin at first? Pat, do you remember? Tesla. Elon Musk. When he was, downing Bitcoin, I mean, I'm not going to say it was the reason why it fell so much, but it moved way further down when he started talking bad about it. And then he came out and said, hey, yeah, I actually have Bitcoin. So a lot of this stuff is just an opportunity for other countries to come into crypto at a lower price, in my opinion. From what I'm seeing and from what I'm observing, that's what I'm seeing in this opportunity. But this billionaire investor and CEO of Galaxy Digital, Mike Navagratz, says the Bitcoin market is in good shape. Noting that he sees so much capital coming into the space. He also commented on the dwindling influence China has over the crypto market. And if you look, the drop was not that big, guys. It was not that big. It may be not even 20%. So that to me just shows that China doesn't have the biggest influence on cryptocurrency, or it would have just dropped another 50%. So honestly, it's all FUD. It's actually an opportunity for more countries just to come into play, get in position, and guess what? You follow the fundamentals, you follow the big players, you're gonna make money. Right? There's no reason, like I said the last couple of weeks, MicroStrategy is picking up 5,000 Bitcoin. These different investment companies are picking up thousands of dollars, thousands of Bitcoins, thousands and hundreds and thousands of Ethereum. It doesn't make sense. Why would they do that if the market's going down? right? So pay attention, guys. Pay attention to the fundamentals of things when you're listening or you're learning about cryptocurrency. It's all going to make sense in the next couple years, guys. But this one is another one referring back to the China ban, because like I said, I honestly, yes, where there's good, there's bad. Where there's bad, there's good. But I kind of want to dissect this. I want to dissect the China crackdown because a lot of people are in fear. They're in fear, which is good. I mean, there's fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Anything you do, but you must pay attention. You must be aware of these different things, or your wallets are going to look small. Your wallets are going to be poor in a sense because you're passing over the opportunity of cryptocurrency being the biggest thing in the world. But China's crackdown spurs massive on-chain transfers. Cold wallets move $3 billion in Bitcoin at 800K in Ethereum. That's big. That's big money, guys. That's big money. So while the crackdown was going on, you saw different on-chain transfers, cold wallets, buying Bitcoin, buying Ethereum, and I'm sure it wasn't no little player. It was definitely some type of whale doing this. But $3.1 billion in Bitcoin. Right? So pay attention, guys. Pay attention that the money that's coming in is not small money. I mean, it's small compared to what's in that market, but let's just say, 100 people do this, which I'm sure eventually it'll happen. 100 people do this, that's $300 billion, right? I just told you guys over the weekend it's gone up at least 100 billion. So pay attention, guys. It's gonna get crazy on this next bull run, but that is really all the news I have for you guys. I don't have anything in specific. So I'm going to pass this back to Pat, and he can go over the news articles that he has for you guys. I'm telling you guys, NFTs is the next thing. Cryptocurrencies is going to be the only thing when you're getting paid, when you're going to be, paying in stores, out of stores, online. It's going to be the next thing, guys. You guys already see it on Instagram, you see it on Twitter now. You're going to be able to do tips and stuff like that. So it's going to get bigger, guys. I'm sure YouTube's going to start incorporating, which would be great. Don't be scared to send us a little tip. But, if you guys have any questions or you guys are liking the stream, go ahead and smash that like button. Go ahead and subscribe. And let us know your thoughts on whatever it is that you hear today. But, Pat, go ahead and take it over, man.
What's up? All right. So, let me just... Actually, I'm going to start off. Let me start off with my article on what he was talking about with NFTs. And also how you cannot listen to this news. Like he said, there's always going to be some bad news coming out. That's just how this works. That's how they get these corrections, especially with these big countries that are missing out. So here, I'm going to show you a little bit of the power of holding. So look, all these things I'm about to show you real quick, none of them are like bad returns. I mean, these people are making bad about it. But once I show you the power of holding, you're gonna think twice before you sell some of your stuff. All right, so here's what we got just in the last 7 days with NFTs. Check these numbers out. This is the top seller, super rare, $2.9 million. This NFT right here, these three art blocks. I mean, if you combine that, you're talking like what? 4, 6, almost $7 million between these three NFTs. Okay? CryptoPunks, 350 ETH, $1 million. This is all sales this week. So do not think people will not spend money on these. Like, this just goes to show you. This is over $10 million in sales just on 5 different pictures, 5 projects. And it's not even the entire project. It's just one out of the project. But this is one thing I wanted to show you that I was showing him. We went back and checked this out. And this is like, so when this guy was created, this is what he cost. Just under $40. 0.14 ETH. He just sold this week for $1 million. All right. So what we did was I looked out and checked out. So it's got 6 unique owners. You can come down and check this guy's transactions. So here you go. He's the first one to buy. He bought it for $40. This man held this thing for, or woman, I don't know who, somebody held this thing for almost 3 years, right? They sold it from 0.14 to 0.94. But as you can see, they made about what? A 4x on that. So you can't complain when you 4x your money, all right? 4x is not a bad thing to be upset about. But the next guy held it for about 2 weeks, and he almost doubled up in terms of money-wise, you know what I mean? Just under. So he almost doubled up in 2 weeks. Well, the guy that bought it from him for 264, 1.2 ETH, he held that thing for another, let's say 16 months, a year and 4 months, okay? And by him holding and not worrying about people telling him you're an idiot for buying this picture of this guy that you can barely even see for $250, he sold it this week for $1 million. All right, 16 months. You can't rush this process. Like I said, in 17, some of the tokens that we're getting were dirt cheap. That big spike hit in 18, or at the end of 17 into 18. Once it dropped back down, people that I was telling to invest in this stuff were telling me, told you it was never going to work. The stuff's going to go away. Well, guess what? We're right back at it, and we're coming back even stronger. And it's just part of this game. This is a new process. This is new technology. It's not like they're going to flip a switch and it's just game on. This is taking over the world. It's not something that's big in the United States. This is global. It's going to take a little bit of time. But this just shows you the power of holding. All right. These projects that we already, like I was saying, we thought we made out good on some of these. I sold a picture of a lion. I bought a picture of a lion for $2,000. And I was just on here 2 weeks ago saying how good I did because I sold the thing for like $4,700. Well, if my ass would have held it for just 10 more days, that thing's worth almost $10,000. So I'm not complaining about my profits. I'm always going to accept a double up and stuff like that. But the power of holding, it just shows you 10,000 on this. All right. It's what happens, but it's part of this game. But like I said, I didn't lose and I took them profits, kept some, and the rest of them I put into more NFTs. So when I started with that, I had 3 NFTs. I think now, our portfolio is cracking 40, 50 soon. And we're steadily growing with these, and we want you guys to grow with us. But I wanted to show you, you got to hold with this game. But that just is as how quick this comes out. Next thing, so anybody that wants to invest, so Coinbase is actually doing this crazy stuff. So now you can deposit your paycheck right into their account, which makes sense because this is the future bank accounts. We won't necessarily be needing Wells Fargo and them if they don't step their game up, in Bank of America. Coinbase is already jumping the gun, so the banks are already going to be sweating. So now you can get direct deposit for some, for all of it, or even just part. You can just have $100 a week go into your account, however you want, and then you just can invest that way. That's one thing. If you guys know your budget or somebody that's very good at keeping a budget, it's not a bad thing to do. Easy way to just steadily pour in. It'll get you that cost average that we always talk about. So depending on when you buy, it averages out your purchases. But I just wanted to show you that. So now I'm going to get into this Cardano. So Cardano this weekend, or ADA is the call for that token. They just had a big summit. We know, what was it, September 12th, they had their big upgrade. Stuff is starting to roll out. So with that, let me bring up a couple of the projects they brought out that's pretty interesting. So now, this right here is a robot. So what they're doing is they're bringing in AI. And as you can see, it's designed to revolutionize global healthcare. So they will help facilitate in the hospitals this kind of technology. So not only, I don't know if you've been to some restaurants, I know out in like Vegas, you have bars that are strictly robots. They will shake your drinks, make your drinks, pour them for you, and it is only robotic. There is no people working behind the bar. That just goes to show you that the stuff is already being applied in life. And once they can add the blockchain in terms of security. And when it comes to healthcare and all, you know what I mean? That's stuff that has to be kept private. That's a big thing. So Cardano is going to be one of the first ones going, like, getting mainstream with that. So they're going to be into the healthcare, which we know is one of the biggest platforms there is when it comes to investing. Healthcare is one of the biggest money makers there is, definitely in the United States. No question. You know what I mean? You go to a hospital, you get a Tylenol, it costs you $100. Same thing you could buy at the store for $1. Go to the hospital, it's $100. Insurance takes care of it, right? Well, we pay for all that. All right, so you hear us talk a lot about Chainlink. Chainlink and Cardano, they're going to partner to help build secure smart contracts. So Chainlink's going to work as like a bridge between all these networks and all. And it's worth bringing in Cardano. I mean, this one kind of figured they're going to partner. Chainlink is going to be a major player. So that is another token we've been talking about. Check out it if you haven't. They still have, in my eyes, a ton of room to grow. Those should be at 3 to 4 digits. And right now they're sitting at what, $25, $35, something like that. They belong in the hundreds, if not the thousand. And they are partnering with the biggest players there are. So I don't see them going anywhere. Cardano's not going anywhere in my eyes, and neither is Chainlink. And this is just showing the two merging. Let me see what else I have. So the other thing they're going to do is, so they're going to end up with a stable coin, just like Tether. There's a bunch of them out there. USDC. They're going to name theirs JED. DJED. It's not out yet, and it's going to be launched. So one token we are going to look into is Cody. Cody is who's going to be bringing this to them. So they've been out for a little bit. I haven't been into them. I'm not even going to say I have. I haven't been researching them a ton. I am going to, just because of, as you can see, they've been out for a while. They were out before this. I mean, they at least, like, their paperwork was out, I want to say in 17 or 18. The tokens might not have been out. But 007, look how cheap these are. 006. Right now it's sitting at 60 cents. But number-wise, there is still plenty of room to grow. They're dealing with, as you can see up here, they're bringing the stable coin to Cardano. Cardano is promoting it. If they're going to be using it, I don't see this other project going anywhere. So Cody's another one that I personally will probably start investing in. I'm a little bit late in terms of the big returns when you could have bought them at 006 or even 6 cents. But this is another one that has plenty of room to grow. It's such a new project in terms of the upgrade just happened this month. So everything's rolling out. This is another one you might want to keep an eye on. Cody, COTI. And where can we get these? I haven't even checked that part. Right on Binance and Coinbase. So these are everywhere. So we can get these anywhere. Check these out. Big things are happening with Cardano. So expect Cardano to steadily, it will correct here and there, but when it will not correct crazy. Not yet. It's so early right now. When these things pump, it's going to pump good. I don't see this thing the same as like what we were saying, like with Ripple, XRP. When it makes its next big pumps and Coinbase, it's allowed back on Coinbase, at a correction, I don't see it coming personally back down to $1. I'm not the technical guy, but just knowing what I know, once they pump, they don't usually come all the way back down unless, like, it's one of the tokens that just aren't going to make it. And that to be said, like, Ethereum, you got to think 18 months ago, Ethereum was only like $120. It's at like 33,000, we just said. So, I mean, even that just goes to show you got to hold in this game. You definitely have to hold. And don't worry about the dips. You know what I mean? Like, that's why we also tell you, we don't advise putting money that you don't have that you can spend into this. Let it sit a little bit. Some of it, I understand you might have to, you're going to be using a little bit more than you were expecting. But don't put yourself in debt because of this stuff. It might take you out of debt in the future, but just do what you can manage. Like I said, you might need to hold some of these. The long-term holds are where instead of making a few bucks, you can become rich. I mean, it happens. There's tons of people who've been holding for 4 or 5 years that are very, very wealthy now that weren't. And that's the goal. We got to work on this little bit of cycle. But that's all I have in terms of news. The only thing left would be to, I guess, touch base on the projects coming up this week. We have 2 of them, 3 of them. Yeah, we have one NFT that's dropping today in about an hour, a little less than an hour. We're like 50-50 on that. We're actually thinking of just waiting for the aftermarket on that one. That's on Solano, and that will cost 2.5 SOL. We'll touch that real quick. I want to remind you guys, every week, Autograph's been pumping. Tiger Woods will be out again on Tuesday and Thursday this week. Exact same times, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. We will put that up on Instagram. I think this week's are the 75 on Tuesday, $75 and the $100 option. And then I think the $500 and $750 option will be on Thursday. Me personally, if I get my chance, I am buying. I know Jonah is the same way. We're buying any one that we have our opportunity to buy. These things, we have not seen one single one lose money yet. They've all at least 2x, same day. So I highly recommend, if you get the opportunity, to grab one. Get in that lottery. If you get the chance, grab one and just relist it right away. You will double up. Just look at the numbers. I'm not even saying that as a prediction. You can just look at these are just facts. You can check out the numbers on the marketplace. They all double up minimum, if not a 10, 20, 30x. Same day. So that is a big one. We will think that's on Tuesday. And then Jonah has another one he wants to touch base. So let me go back to him. I'll let him do his. And I'll finish out mine, and we'll close this thing out.
Bet. Thank you so much, Pat. Thank you for that. It's definitely exciting seeing the different things that are happening, especially on different blockchains. And that one with Chainlink, that's going to be special. That one's going to be really special because those are 2 big projects that we love. And I think that them coming together is going to be huge. And definitely stay tuned to XRP. Don't forget about that one. They're definitely going to be finishing up that that case very soon. Hopefully by the end of the year. And I did hear that they are going to be having NFTs for XRP. So that's really, really exciting. That's probably my favorite project is XRP. So we're definitely going to be staying tuned and letting you guys know more updated news on that. But other than that, yeah, let's go ahead into the projects. Let me go ahead and pull up the first one. The first one's going to be on VV. So actually, you guys can, if you don't have this app yet, you can download the app. It's called VEVE. Great app, great products. This is your digital collectibles. This is your comic books. And the comic book and Marvel and Batman, Spider-Man, Avengers, all those things are huge, guys. And if you see the prices on these things, I'll kind of get into that in a second. But the first one that's coming out tomorrow at 8 a.m. Pacific. So that's going to be 11 a.m. Eastern Standard. So Pacific time is about 3 hours ahead. So 11 a.m. Eastern Standard. Just do the math for your own time zone. They're going to be coming out with Marvel Digital Comics. It's going to be X-Men. So I actually looked this up on eBay. I can actually go ahead and look it up here for you guys real quick. And I think the physical copies are going for, I think it's about $250 or more, depending on what you get. I mean, there's one right here for about $100. I'm not sure how rare this one or which copy this is. But basically, some are going for $425, $2,000. I mean, these are physical copies, right? And the digital copies, there's an array of them. There is, let's see, this is going to be your common. So there's 5 different ones that you can get. You got the common. Second one is going to be your uncommon. Third one's going to be your rare. Fourth one's going to be your ultra rare. And then the most rarest one is your secret rare. Right? And it tells you how many are there of each one. If you scroll down here, there are 21,000 of the commons. Uncommons, there's 5,000. The rares, there's 2,350. Ultra rares, there's only about 1,000, a little bit more than 1,000. And then for your secret rares, these are only 600. This is your bread and butter. If you can get a secret rare, the last Avengers one I saw, the most rare one, they're not selling anything less than 40 grand. and you're paying $6.99. So how it works with Vivi, all you have to do is simply just download the app, sign up. It's a free sign up. And basically you're going to buy the diamonds on their platform. Now it's all in USD, so you can buy them with your credit card. So what I would do if you plan on getting this one, there's going to be like a timer, right? And you're going to want to be on probably 3 to 5 minutes prior. And as soon as the number hits 0 seconds, right, it's going to come up with a buy now tab, right? As soon as that drops, you need to click that and buy it instantly. If you're 1 minute late, you're not getting one. These are going to sell out very quick. Every single one that I've done, I've only got, I think I have a couple rare collectible. I have one rare collectible for the Star Trek. I have 3 uncommon, and then I have 1 common. So I was able to get about 5. Yeah, I was able to get 5 of the Star Trek collectibles. But this one, the comics, they come out and you can make a lot more money. But no matter which one you get, you're going to be able to make money on it. It's at least, I'd say, about 50%, 50% on top of your investment. So that's not bad. But $7, if you can get a secret rare, I don't think these are going to probably sell anything less than $2,000. I mean, X-Men is pretty well known. X-Men is a big Avengers guy. So I would definitely, Marvel guy. But tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard, definitely download the app tonight. Go ahead and fund up, like I'd say $25. I'm going to try to get 2 of them. Even if I can get 1, I'm going to be completely fine. And I'm aiming to get one of these ultra rares or secret rares. It's very, very random which one you get. You just purchase it and you get one of them. You don't get to choose. You just pay the $6.99 and it is a random draw, which is exciting. It's very similar to NBA Top Shot that we've talked before. It's very similar to your autograph.ios on DraftKings, right? So this is tomorrow. This is going to be at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard, and it's going to be in the comic section, digital comic section. So when you load up, you'll see the drops. Make sure you click at the top is a little drop-down menu. Click on comics, and then 5 minutes prior, be in that drop. Just stay on that page, and then make sure you have your funds loaded. But other than that, that is the drop, the first drop that we're going to be aiming for today. And then the second one that we were going to aim, this is tomorrow. Today, I actually just saw on Twitter, they moved it back 1. But I'm going to go ahead to Twitter real quick. What was the name of that? It was Infinity Labs, right? Pat?
Yeah, Infinity Labs. They did. They pushed it to 24 hours.
Yeah, they pushed it for 24 hours. All right, so they pushed it back to tomorrow at 5:30. So UTC, we're 4 hours behind them. So 5:30 Eastern Standard. All right, so 5:30 Eastern Standard. They are going to be dropping. It's really cool art. If you check it out, I mean, you can go check out their page and look at all the different art. Very, very good art, I would say. Very detailed. I like this. This is actually one of the featured drops on one of the platforms that we look at our drops. But the details are all in the Telegram chats. So if you want to go check out their Discord, you want to go check out their website, you want to go check out their Twitter. They have about 10,000 followers. Website is really, really dope. Very different technique. You're going to be able to, if you have more than one, or maybe you buy more than one, you're going to be able to combine both of them and make some type of rare piece of art with the both of them. So that's pretty cool how they're doing that. And their Discord has about, let's see, their Discord has about 18,000 members. So this one, I think it's a little bit slept on, but I think it's a great project. It's going to be about 2.5 Sol. So this one is going to be on the Solana network. So you will have to have that Phantom app that we've previously talked about. If you guys are confused about how to set up these different wallets other than Ethereum wallet, which is MetaMask, definitely go check out the last videos. We have 2 videos out. The first one was more so our basics one, and then the second one was our what we look for. And then Tuesday, tomorrow at I think we're gonna do either 8 or 9. We'll let you guys know tonight. We're gonna be talking about how to find the rares, or the more rare avatars and all that stuff on Tuesday. So we're gonna go deep each and every day. Tuesdays and Thursdays around 8 or 9 p.m. Eastern. So we'll just keep you guys updated on that. But I'm going to pass this back to Pat, and he can go over the next couple drops that we have, and then we'll wrap it up. Let's get it.
All right, let me just correct something on my Tiger Woods. So it's 3 drops tomorrow. I was wrong. So they're doing 3. They got a 3, 4, and a 5 o'clock drop. The 3 o'clock tomorrow is $50. There's a 1,500 of them available. 4 o'clock, $75, 750 available. Then at 5 o'clock is the last one that's non-autographed. It's $100, and there's 375 available. And then the same thing, drop schedule will happen on Thursday. It'll be a 3, a 4, and a 5 o'clock. All those will be the signature series. They're going to run $500, $750, and $1,500. Okay. So like I said, if you by chance get a chance to buy one, I highly recommend grabbing one. Even if I understand $1,500 is a lot for a digital image, just stick it right back on the marketplace. Tom Brady's are selling for 6 figures. I don't think there's too many of them even selling like any of the big names under 10,000 for that token. So it's a good come up. Like I said, everything we've seen, minimum 2x. And that's just stating some facts right there. And then, like he said, he went over that the project with the Infinity Labs. We will check that out. We'll probably, because of the times, I doubt we'll be able to do a live tomorrow with that. Just because that's also going to be going off on Tiger Woods stuff is. So going to be going over a little bit of both. Me personally, I'm like 50-50 whether I'll try to grab one at the mint. Or whether I'll just wait till the after. I'm going to read a little bit more, but it definitely is a cool, interesting project. Like you said, how these things can kind of merge together. The rest of the week, we kind of have a little bit of a gap other than this Tiger Woods drop. We didn't find a ton yet that, I mean, there's projects every day, but that we feel comfortable putting out there yet until I think, the 30th, so Thursday. So Thursday will be our next big ones. But for that, you're going to have to follow our Instagram. We'll put that up on the stories. So like I said, we'll remind you guys tomorrow about all the Tiger Woods drops. We will also put the reminder up about Infinity Labs. Wednesday, we do have a little bit of a gap. I don't think anything's going on. Like I said, Thursday, we're back with Tiger Woods. And then we have 1, 2, let me check my book. Minimum of 2 of them for you that we'll go over. So stay tuned. That's going to be it for today on my part. Like he said, please share, follow, give us a like. We're just trying to grow. Have you guys grow with us. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to send it back to Jonah to close us out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can go ahead and stop sharing your screen real quick. But yeah, that's really it. That wraps it up for today. We appreciate every single one of you for being here. That is it for us for Crypto Cliff Notes today. We're going to be doing these, just so you guys know, Monday and Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard. And we're going to be doing our Zoom calls, going into deep detail on the NFT space Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then, we look to, start collabing with people. If you guys want to come up on the show, please let us know. If you guys have any questions when you see this or during the live streams, let us know in the comments. Let us know in the live chats, and we'll get to it. But that's really it, guys. We appreciate you guys for being here. If you guys have anything, just let us know. Again, we'll see you guys at the top, because you guys know the rest. The bottom is way too damn crowded. And they don't got no NFTs. They don't got no cryptos. Love you guys. Peace.